5 of the keys on an open-hole flute are just that, open holes in the keys. When purchased new, these flutes usually come with little rubber corks in the holes. The closed-hole flute, which is also called the plateau flute, does not have holes in the keys. This means the flutist need only press the keys down. Today we're going to talk about how to choose between an open-hole flutes vs. Now let's start the video to better understand. The answer, in a nutshell, is no, but there are some points to be explored before you can fully have your own opinion. Improved hand position is promoted when using an open-hole flute. Those fingertips need to be centered on the hole in order to not have any extra air leaking. Leaking air coincides with squeaks, airiness, and poor tone. Good hand position improves natural movement, which equals relaxed, faster, fluid fingers. Extended techniques are needed when a flutist decides to stray from the standardized flute repertoire. Flexibility in altering pitch now becomes an easier possibility for the player with the open-hole flute. Bending of the notes, glissandos, quarter tones, etc. are just some of the techniques needed in modern repertoire and jazz music. But only a very small percentage of the flute learning population will have a need for these extended techniques. Some of these can easily be accomplished on the closed-hole flute as well. The term French hole in flute playing simply means that there are holes in the 5 keys for 2 of the keys on the left hand and also for 3 of the keys on the right hand. We say this is French because it was basically invented in France at the Paris Conservatory many years ago as a standard for higher level students. As a teacher, I always like my students to have the highest quality instrument they can possibly get their hands on. One reason is that a high quality instrument will give the student the best fighting chance at sounding and feeling amazing as they play. It's also true that closed-hole student flutes can be of high quality, so it's not necessary to think you need an open-hole flute when first learning. Finger placement and great hand position are kind of a work in progress for a while for beginner flute players. Once a player has learned the basics well, they could use an open-hole flute with much more success. This means that it will most likely be easier to learn on a closed-hole flute. When you work with a good teacher, you will come to appreciate the reason for placing your fingers in the correct place on the key. These instruments are hit and miss, to say the least. Members of Learn Flute Online are able to have access to me to point them at the right flute for them, and to make sure that its quality is the highest possible, and also to answer any other questions about open and closed-hole flutes. If you're looking for this type of help, join us. I'm here for you. Now it's your turn. Which one impresses you the most? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, do share and subscribe to our channel for further video notifications.